What's up, buttercups? My name is unimportant, but you can call me Uni, and I, as a storytime animator, have to find ways to distinguish myself from other animators. Now, since I am in a new wave of animators, there's going to be a lot of oversaturation and overlap in things like stories and styles. I, however, am a special little snowflake that doesn't like going with the flow. So, in accordance with my self-interests, along with my desire to create an entertaining piece of content for you, I have decided to put a spin on an oldie, but a goodie. It is my distinguished honor to introduce to you my workplace grievances. 'Cause stories don't always pack the right punch. You can't exactly have a place of business without the quintessential customer. These are the people that can turn a shift with 3 people who don't check their sections into a slight annoyance if they say the right thing and tip the right amount. Of course, you got the flip side where you could be having the most joyous of times with some of your best coworkers turn into a slog of a day where you don't even want to go home and enjoy your hobbies. Unfortunately, the most recent location I worked at, a place we'll call Crackerjack, tended to have more of the latter. People who, no matter how wrong they were right, and it'd be on you to fix it, lest your manager appear to quench the wrath of the old lady. And because this establishment was filled with people you'd assume were too old to play with Lego, chances were, unless you were highly skilled at upselling, you were walking out of that place with 100 on a good day and 40 on a bad day. I once went home with $12. Yeah, not fun. Since we're talking about people, that gives me a pretty nice segue into this has all of the previous grievances dialed up to 11! You get an entire row of people who need you at their beck and call, 2 other tables who need food ran, and an angry manager who you have to appease, but only 2 sets of hands. Oh, and of course you can't forget about the kids that'll be running around as you're picking up dishes, acting like mini obstacle courses to avoid a lawsuit. And those 3 specific people who want to order their meal one at a time, meaning every time you walk out, you have to walk back in and place another order for them. In layman's terms, everything sucked! At least for like an hour, and then they left. Usually leaving like maybe 10, 15 bucks, sometimes more, sometimes less. It's really just a roll of the die. Hey, 15. And then finally, once they do leave, after all of that, you have to look, I know and understand that cleaning and sanitizing the tables is my job at the end of the day. But you not ones don't exactly make it easy! Seriously, how hard is it to scoop all the food you didn't want onto a single plate and stack plates of similar size and shape together? Leave the answer in the comments below. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. At my place of work, we even had baskets that, more often than not, already had food people didn't want in them. So why not just scoop the uneaten pieces in there? Instead, these diners can either 1, not clean up anything, something annoying but typical, even though it shouldn't be, or 2, somehow find the most idiotic, inconceivable way to make my job 6 times more difficult. Like, in what world would anyone set a platter plate on top of an appetizer plate? What is like 1/3 of the size of the other? Add on top of that, this place had little peg games that children could mess with and constantly lose the pegs of, that more than a non-zero amount of people decided, hey, instead of stacking these wood, peg, what if we stack them wood, peg, wood? Which, yes, at least 2 tables did to me. It isn't a lot, but it's annoying it happened twice. And no matter what, I have to make sure that it's all reset. Listen, if you get nothing out of this video except what I'm about to tell you right now, just take this piece of advice. Use common sense to consolidate your table after you have finished eating. It only takes a few seconds from you, but it can really save a server's bacon. On the topic of servers, I, a server, hold these truths to be self-evident that some of y'all suck ass. Seriously. I was a server, I get it. Sometimes you're having a rough day and accidentally forget a thing or two, or forget to refill whatever. But I don't have enough appendages to count how many times I was with my family during a low hour or like a random slump that you dweebs just weren't doing anything. No one on the floor, with maybe 4 to 5 tables, sat with a few people each in a chain restaurant. I know you don't get paid much, but damn it, I'm thirsty. I know your mouth is flapping in the back. Just take a peek, give me a refill, and let me drink my unnecessarily sugary drink. How do I know that's what's truly happening, you ask, dear viewer? Because I'm the one flapping my gums. However, I at least have the decency to check in 5-minute intervals to see if my tables need anything. For some, and I do mean some, you jackals, I speak to you maybe 3 times. Once in the beginning, a second time to get our drinks and order and food, and a final time to get the check. For one top, that's fine. Like, food's gonna come out fast, they're gonna eat fast, they're probably gonna be done pretty fast. But for a 4 top, it's probably gonna be a second. So give me my drink! Please! And to those of you that are great servers, that somehow have omnipotence and can do everything exactly when I need it, thank you. Blessed be your name in the halls of Valhalla! May you find yourself relaxing for long hours in comfort exactly as you should. Speaking of Valhalla, Yeah, when you spend roughly 7 hours on your feet with maybe 2 5-minute breaks per shift, yeah, it makes sense that your body starts to question your sanity. Seriously, it could get so bad that even after I did my whole nighttime routine, I could still have a constant pain in my feet. I had multiple nightmares about working a shift at this place. That's not hyperbole. I'd wake up in a cold sweat. You know, maybe if the government paid a livable wage, I wouldn't be freaking out so much. But what can you do? Alrighty, buttercups, thank you so much for listening, but now I gotta touch some grass. I don't particularly know what the next video is gonna be about. I think a funny one. I don't know. I had planned on this originally being like an IRAT, but I couldn't think of anything super interesting to talk about. Also, I might actually be writing a story for those like little critters I keep posting. I posted a video, so, you know, maybe more of that. So I guess just be on the lookout for more of them. But besides that, go ahead and let me know what you want to see from me, and tell your friends I said hello. Oh, and because I don't know if I can actually get another major video out after this one, big announcement, I'm going to be at VidCon 2026. Hopefully this kind of blows up, because if not, this is going to look stupid. Or for future me, you know, it's going to be cool. I don't know. It's whatever. Alright, bye-bye!